All right, today we're going to winterize our camper. Holy crap. I sound like heck. We're going to have to come up with something else. Let's do the voiceover.
Hello, fellow travelers. Welcome back to Two Traveling Teachers. Today we're tackling something super important as winter approaches: how to winterize your travel trailer. Whether you're new to RVing or a seasoned pro, we'll walk you through each step so your trailer is protected all season long. In this episode, we'll be winterizing our Grand Design XLS 22 MLE. Step 1 is draining all the water from your RV. Water left behind can freeze and cause damage, so let's make sure we get it all out. Start by turning off the water heater. Let it cool if it's been on recently. Now, locate the drain plug or anode rod and remove it to drain the water heater. Before removing the plug or anode rod, be sure to release the pressure first. Obviously, if you have a tankless water heater, you can skip the following steps about winterizing the hot water tank. Before going any further with winterizing, be sure to bypass the hot water tank. Instructions on how to do this should be included with your owner's manual. For our 22 MLE, instructions are also included on the access panel to the hot water tank. In the 22 MLE, the hot water tank is located beneath the kitchen sink. The water lines leading into and out of the hot water tank should be perpendicular or closed when winterizing. The valve on the bypass line should be in line or parallel to the water line. The next step that I like to do is use compressed air to push water out of the lines of the RV. Many people may feel that this step is unnecessary when using the RV grade antifreeze to winterize the RV. Unfortunately, I don't believe the antifreeze will get into the lines leading from the city water fill to the system or from the city water fill into the water holding tank. I'd rather be safe than sorry. When using compressed air, I never set the pressure above 40 psi to not damage the water system, and I use an adapter that connects the compressed air to the water line. I bought this adapter on Amazon for about $6.50. I start with the valve set to the fresh tank fill to blow any water that may be trapped between here and the fresh water tank. I then open the fresh water tank valve to drain out any water that may have accumulated in there. I then open the low tank valves to begin releasing water from the RV. I then go back to the valve and turn it to city water. I then step into the camper and open all faucets. When no more water is coming out of any of the faucets, both hot and cold, or the low point drains, I turn off the compressed air. Before I do the next step, I close the low point drains. At this point, I'm ready to winterize the camper using the RV grade antifreeze. When winterizing with antifreeze, be sure you're using the RV grade food safe antifreeze. It's usually the pink stuff. We're going to need to pump this antifreeze throughout all the water lines in the RV to prepare it for winter. To get started on this, you're going to need to locate your water pump. In the 22 MLE, the water pump is located beneath the dinette bench. Connected to the water pump is a hose with a plug on the end. This is used for winterizing your RV. To start the winterizing process, you will need to turn the valve that is connected to this hose so it is now in line with this hose. Remove the plug on the end of this hose and insert it into a bottle of the antifreeze. Now turn on the water pump and wait for it to pressurize the lines. Keep an eye on the jug to make sure the antifreeze level does not get too low, as it may cause your water pump to overheat. Have a couple more jugs handy just in case. We've found that it takes 2 full jugs to completely winterize our RV. Now start opening the valves on your faucets in your RV. That would include the shower, the bathroom, and the sink in the kitchen. I usually start with the cold water valve. I leave them running until I see pink fluid coming out. Now it's time to do the same with the hot water valves. This is the point that it would have been crucial for you to follow the earlier steps on winterizing the hot water tank. If you did not follow those steps, you will now be filling the hot water tank with 6 gallons of antifreeze. If you have a tankless hot water heater, it will just simply be pumping the antifreeze through the tankless hot water heater. This would be an important step in winterizing the tankless water heater. I've never had a tankless water heater and don't know the specifics on how to winterize it. So if you have a tankless water heater, I would advise you to reference your owner's manual. By the way, I like to make sure enough antifreeze flows through to fill the P-traps in all the sinks. Once you've finished pumping antifreeze through the hot and cold water lines, it's now time to pump a little through the lines on your toilet. Don't forget to follow the same steps on all outside water spigots. In the 22 MLE, there is a hot and cold water quick release spigot in the pass-through. There is also a quick release cold water only spigot on the exterior of the RV on our 22 MLE. I've heard some recommend using compressed air to get water out of the black tank flush line and the gravity fill line to the water tank. Personally, I've never done this and we've never had a problem. I believe both of these lines are gravity drained and therefore it is an unnecessary step. After I've finished winterizing with the RV antifreeze, I turn off the water pump and remove the hose out of the antifreeze jug and put the plug back on the end of it. My final steps on winterizing the water system is to go to the drain valve for the water tank and close it to keep critters out. I also keep the plug off of the hot water tank so it has a chance to totally evaporate, but I don't want any critters in there either, so I place a small wad of aluminum foil in the hole to allow air in and to keep critters out. Some other quick tips on things I do to winterize the RV is get out all consumables from the RV. That would include all food products, shampoo, toothpaste, and other toiletries. I also leave the refrigerator slightly open so there's no condensation building up in there and no mold growing. My final steps are to remove all the batteries in the RV, including batteries in the remote controls and the smoke detectors. If you have a keyless RV lock, I would recommend removing those batteries as well. You wouldn't want any of these batteries to rupture during the winter and corrode any of these devices. Before leaving the RV, I typically close all the shades. The final step is to remove the main battery from your RV, take it home, and put it on a trickle charger in the garage. And that's it. Your RV is now fully winterized and ready to handle the cold weather. If you follow these steps, you can rest easy knowing your travel trailer will be safe and sound throughout the winter. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more RV tips and adventures, and let us know in the comments how you winterize your RV. Stay warm, safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.